Hi, grade 8. How are you? Hope everything is okay and you are safe at home. Let's continue our curriculum with the first video, and we're gonna speak about the physical properties and the chemical properties. Who can tell me how can you describe this pencil? Yes, you can say that it has yellow color. Yes. What about its length? It is thin. Excellent. It has 6 sides. Okay. By looking to the pencil with your naked eyes, you told me that this is yellow, this is long, this is thin, this is, or it contains 6 sides. Okay. These characters or these properties are called physical properties. Okay. Also, another one can tell me that this pencil, if you put it on the fire, it will burn. This is another way to describe this pencil. In this case, yes, you are describing its activity or its reaction with the atmosphere or with oxygen. So in this case, you can tell me its chemical properties. So to describe something, you can tell me the physical properties or the chemical properties. Okay, let's know more about the physical properties. What's meant by physical properties? They are the properties that can be measured, like the length of the pencil. What else? The boiling point of the water. Who can tell me what about the boiling point? Yes, 100 degrees Celsius. So this is measuring the boiling point. Yes. How can we measure the boiling point? By thermometer. Okay. So again, physical properties, they are properties that can be measured or detected without making a new substance. Example of the physical properties, like the boiling point. As we said, what is meant by boiling point? Yes, the water boil, change from liquid to vapor at 100 degrees Celsius. This is called boiling point. Melting point, for example, the ice. The ice starts to change from solid into liquid at 0 degrees Celsius. This temperature is called melting point. What about the color? The color of this pencil is yellow. The color of gold. Yes, this is a fixed color for the matter. So this is called physical property. The density. What is density? Let's remember. Yes, it is the mass per unit volume, and it is the property that help us to know the substances that float and the substances that sink in water. And let's remember together that the density of water equal 1 gram per cubic centimeter, and the substances that have less density float, like wood, like oil, and so on. And the substances which have more density, they sink. Okay. What about malleability? Means that the substance can be malleable by heating, like the copper. After heating, it changes into liquid, so it can be easily to be shaped. Yes. Then conductivity. What's meant by conductivity? It is good conductor, for example, to electricity or heat, like the wood. Who can tell me is it good conductor or bad conductor? Yes, bad conductor. So this is physical property to the wood. That is, yes, bad conductor of heat and electricity. What about copper? Copper is good conductor of heat and electricity. This is property which is called physical property. magnetism. Who can tell me what about the magnetism of iron? Is it attracted to the magnet or not? Yes, the iron attracted to the magnet. So this is magnetic material. What about wood? The wood is non-magnetic material. Yes, the hardness, wood or the iron, yes, it is very hard. What about the rubber? Yes, it is soft. Ability to transmit light. What about the glass? Excellent, it can pass the light, or it has ability to transmit light. What about wood? Yes, it is opaque. What's meant by opaque? It means that it has no ability to pass the light. So all these properties are called physical property. We use these physical properties to, yes, to express or to describe the matters around us. What about chemical properties? Chemical property show how can this matter participate or share with another, or simply how can it react with another matter. For example, burning a piece of paper. Yes, this is chemical property. Why? Because it shows us how can the paper interact or react with oxygen in the presence of fire. So chemical properties shows us how can this matter participate or react with another one. Chemical properties shows the chemical reactions. Example, rusting. What's meant by rusting? When the iron, can you see the color of the iron? The color in this way, is it chemical or physical? Yes, excellent, this is physical. But after long time it reacts with oxygen, forming iron rust. Okay, here this is iron only, but here this is iron. No, it changes into another substance. So the chemical reactions produce new substance. If there is no new substance, there is no chemical reaction. So from the conditions of the chemical reactions, number one, to produce new substance. In this case, we said this is iron only. So after reaction with oxygen, it changes into iron oxide. So this is chemical reaction, which is called rusting. Okay, what is this? Flammability. What's meant by this word? The ability to burn with, or the ability to react with oxygen. This process is called simply burning. Okay, each matter around you has the ability to burn, and some materials has no ability to burn. Okay, these two properties are from the chemical properties. Let's know more. Okay, now what about physical change and chemical change? What is physical change and what is chemical change? We said that physical change, number one, no new substance is formed. How can we describe the physical change? Simply, if you have a piece of ice, then you leave it to melt, so it change into liquid. Okay, what is this? This is made of water. What is the symbol of water? H2O. Okay, what about this? This is water. Yes, what about the symbol of water here? H2O. Something new is formed? No, because here this is H2O and here this is H2O. Okay, let's heat it more to change into vapor. What about this vapor? Also H2O. So is it changed or it changes into another substance? No, because this is H2O change into H2O and still H2O. So what is the difference here? Nothing changed in the structure of the water. But what about the changes here? This is solid, this is liquid, this is gas. So what changed here? Only its shape, its physical change, or yes, its physical state. What is physical state? It changed from solid into liquid into gas. But what about the structure of water? No, there are no changes happening in the structure of the water. In the three cases, it is still H2O. So this is called physical change. So the physical change, no new substance is formed. Okay, what is happening in the physical change? Only physical properties of the matter change. Here it is solid, change into liquid, change into gas. Just the physical properties, which is here physical state. Example, melting of ice, melting of wax. What about chemical change? Chemical change must produce new substance. Without new substance, there is no chemical change. Okay, example, we said burning of wax. So melting of wax, this is physical change. But burning of wax, this is chemical change. How can the wax change into another substance? By burning. What's happening after burning the wax? Yes, it changes into ash, carbon dioxide, water vapor. Yes. Can you change the wax after burning into wax again? No, it's impossible. So this is called chemical change. Another example, if you have a paper, then you cut it. Is it physical or chemical? Yes, this is paper in the first step, and in the second step still paper. In the first step, its color is white. In the second step, after cutting, still white. Can you write in the big one? Yes. Can you write in the small one? Yes. But what is the difference between them? Just the shape, just the size. So this is physical change. What about the chemical change after burning the paper? Yes, it changes into another substance. Okay, can you return the burning paper into a paper again? No, it is impossible. So in this case, this is called chemical change. Another example, if you cut the wood, just cutting change its shape, its size. So this is physical change. But what about burning the wood? This is a chemical reaction. So this is chemical change. Okay, let's take another examples. After breaking down the pencil, this is physical change. After melting the batter, changes into, yes, oil, still keeping its properties. Yes, so this is chemical change. But what about burning the wood? We said that it changed into ash, into another substance, and you cannot return the ash into wood again. So this is chemical change. Okay. So the physical change is the change of matter that occur without changing in the chemical composition of matter, without changing the chemical structure of matter. The ice in the solid state is H2O, in the liquid state is H2O, in the gaseous state is H2O. So the structure doesn't change. What about in the chemical change? No, it must be changed. What about the physical change? Sometimes or usually reversible. What's meant by reversible? For example, the paper, after cutting the paper, yes, by glue you can change it again into big one. But in this case, no, you can't. So usually it is irreversible. You can't get the ash and change it again into wood. Here in the physical changes, new products are formed. Sorry, are not formed. But what about the chemical? New products are formed. Here in the physical, some changes occur when heating or cooling is done. Yes, here changes always involve absorption or releasing the energy. For example, like the fire after burning always emit heat and sometimes light. What about here in the physical changes? Yes, changes have no effect on the chemical bond, and we will take later what's meant by chemical bond. Okay, but here there is a direct effect on the chemical bonds. Let's take another example. Chemical or physical? You will answer. Paper is white. Is it chemical or physical property? Yes, excellent, physical property. Boiling, we said before, boiling is physical. Okay, react, when you see this word, react directly. This is a chemical property. Okay, nitrogen, yes, doesn't burn. Burning, this is yes, chemical property. Sulfur, smelling, this is a physical property. Thanks, grade 8.